fire in the hole. Let's cook some ribs in a pot. Stay tuned. Hello and welcome once again to my backyard. What I got going on for you today is we're going to cook some ribs in a pot on the fire. And I got the idea for this from a guy named Jay in Vancouver who runs the YouTube channel called the Tipsy Cookery. And Jay is a man after my own heart. He always drinks an IPA usually when he's cooking. That's why it's the Tipsy Cookery. Get it? He's tipsy. Anyway, yeah, this is the what they call the golden ratio ribs. It's a very popular Chinese kind of a thing that they do. They make this sauce and then they braise the ribs in this sauce. And the golden ratio has to do with the amount of ingredients. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you're going to start out with some shao cooking wine. That's this right here. And we're going to measure this into my bowl. And I need for this 2 tablespoons. This is a tablespoon measure. I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. I don't usually measure stuff, but for this you have to measure. So that's 1, 2 tablespoons of shao cooking wine, Chinese cooking wine, good stuff. Excellent, you know, you got to use that when you're cooking Chinese food. So we got 2 tablespoons of shao wine. Now here's something I didn't have in my pantry that I had to go get. This is Chinese black vinegar. I never heard of this, but apparently Jay uses it. Some people don't use it, they use white vinegar, but I thought for the presentation I think you need the black vinegar to make the sauce look, you know, dark and nice. So anyway, we need 4 tablespoons of shao or Chinese black vinegar. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see the progression here, right? 2 of the cooking wine, 4 of the vinegar. What's next? The sugar. Okay, we got some regular table sugar. 2, 4, so we need 6 tablespoons of sugar, right? 2, 4, 6. It's the golden ratio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I feel like the Count on Sesame Street. One wonderful cup of sugar. You know what? I got grandchildren and children, and they love Sesame Street, so I can't help it. Can't help myself. Okay, so 6 tablespoons of sugar, 8 tablespoons of soy sauce. Hope I got enough soy sauce. I think I do. And you know what? I should have took the restrictor out of there. I'm going to do that right now because it's easier to pour without that in there. So we need 8 tablespoons of soy sauce. 1 wonderful tablespoon. 2, 3, 4, count along with me now, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tablespoons of soy sauce. And it's really coming together, man. It's looking good. That black vinegar, I think, is going to give it a beautiful color. Okay, so what's next? Well, the last thing is water. And with the water we get 10 tablespoons of water. Because we went 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And that's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 golden ratio for this sauce. So 1, you want me to count? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 tablespoons of water, and there's your braising liquid right there for these ribs. So all we got to do now is we got to fry our ribs up a little bit before we start to braise them. There's our liquids done. We're going to get that put off to the side and get our ribs in the pot and get them cooking. So stay tuned. Okay, I got my pot, my black iron pot on the hot fire. We're going to throw some Sang stir fry oil in there. you know all about Sang stir-fry oil. It's what I use for everything. It's got a great garlic flavor. You don't need a lot in this dish because the pork has got a lot of fat. And the fat is also going to render off of there. And then I've got 4 pieces of ginger that we're going to throw in there. Fry that up a little bit. 4 slices of ginger and 3 cloves of garlic that I smashed with my knife. We get them in there. I'm going to use my tongs to mix this around. Ah, it smells good already. Yes, those very aromatic spices right there. Going to let them cook a little bit. Get them cooking. Now we're going to put on our ribs. Now we've got the baby back ribs that I cut apart into pieces like this, see? I'm going to throw them in there in that cooking wine, the Sang stir-fry oil. Got a whole rack of baby backs. I hope they all fit in this pot. I'm not sure if they will. But I'm going to do my best to get them all in there. A whole rack of baby backs. We got to brown these up. I don't think they're going to fit, but that's okay. That's quite all right. We will move them around and stir them around and get them all browned up in there. I chose baby backs because they're meatier than spare ribs, and I just like them better. Now let me tell you what, you could do this with chicken wings. You could do this with pork belly. You could do it with just slices of pork loin. You could do it with beef, chicken, whatever kind of protein you want to cook. You could do this with tofu. If you hate yourself and you don't like meat, you could use tofu in this. All we got to do is get this browned up a little bit. Not quite where I want it yet. It's getting there. You know, I'm not going to waste your time and make you watch the whole thing. I will brown them up and then I'll bring them back when they've gotten sufficiently brown. That one's starting to look a little good, but they're not really browned up yet. And the reason I have my pot so far away is because I'm going to move it off the hot fire when all these get done and put the braising liquid in there, because I don't want the braising liquid to boil. Well, at first it will, but then I'll take it off there and let it just simmer. It's going to simmer for like 30-40 minutes until those ribs are cooked. So let me get my ribs browned up. I'll bring you back and show you what that looks like. Stay tuned. The ribs are frying up nicely. Got a bit of color, a little bit of caramelization on them. I'm going to take that sauce and pour it in there. Sauce that we made. I'm going to mix that up to get some of that sugar out of there. Oh boy, if you could smell that. This is the braising liquid that we made. And it's just the right proportion to cover the ribs. What we're going to do now is, hope you can see that, the sun's in a funny place. I'm going to move this off the hot fire, put the cover on it, and let it braise for about 30 to 45 minutes. And then we'll come back, and those ribs should be done to a turn by then. So stay tuned. We'll come back, we'll taste some ribs and drink some beer. Stay tuned. It's time to plate up some ribs. Let's grab some of these and put these in a plate. We'll try to arrange them nicely where they look good. Look at the pullback on the bone. What do you think about that? Does that look good? Oh yeah. That's some ribs right there, boy. Yes, sir. Looking excellent. Excelente. I'm very happy with the way these turned out. Looking sweet. Boy, that's a piece of meat right there. That looks like a mark for me. These ribs are looking excellent. Even though they're baby back ribs, they're still looking awesome. I'm gonna get a pile of them on that plate right there. We're gonna grab some of that sauce that came out of that braising liquid. Get my glove on so I can tilt the pot a little bit. Sauce these puppies down a little bit with that braising liquid sauce /sauce. Oh yeah. I would have liked it to be a little thicker, but it's okay. It's alright. Not too shabby if you ask me. Put a little bit of, we're going to garnish that with some cucumber slices. Just like Jay did, the Tipsy Cookery. Don't forget to go up in the iCard and check out Jay. We could have garnished that with some, spring onion, but we didn't. We made it with the sauce. Let me get a beer, and I can't wait to get a taste of these ribs in my mouth. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentle people, there's the Frosty Root Boy mug, star of the show, and here's today's beer from Sierra Nevada Brewing Company, double IPA, Hop Bullet. Does that sound like me or what? What do you think, Rob? Sound like something I'd like? Hop Bullet. Double IPA, what's the ABV on that? Shouldn't they write that on the can somewhere where I can read it? I don't know. Why don't they? Oh, 12 ounces. Family owned. ABV, 8%. That's a double IPA for you. 8% high alcohol. That's just the way it goes with a double IPA. Get a high alcohol. 8%. Let's pour it out, Rob. There's only one way to find out. We gotta get some in my mouth. That's all there is to it. A double IPA from Sierra Nevada, Hop Bullet. You know it's gonna be a hoppy beer, and I like them that way. That's the way I like them. It's a beautiful beer, a golden double IPA. Let's snip the sniff off it, Rob. Oh yeah, smells great. Smells like a beer is supposed to. Let's quaff the froth off it, Rob. What do you think? Excellent. An excellent brew from Sierra Nevada. Rob, do you think the dog could eat any of these ribs? Do you think the dog would like some? The meat is just about falling off the bone. I can't wait to get a piece of that in my mouth. Oh my goodness. It's so tender and delicious. And that sauce is awesome. Oh man. I'm sorry if I'm smacking my lips, but these are excellent. Wow. That is so good. I would have liked it if the sauce had thickened up a little bit, but it's okay. They're awesome. I'm in the Clean Bone Club. Ladies and gentlemen, that is awesome. Another awesome recipe. This one comes to us from Vancouver, Canada. The guy's name is Jay. He's an excellent cook. Go up in the iCard, check him out. Go down here and subscribe to me. I ask you every week. Every week you don't do it. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. We gave away some Uncle Steve's shake last week. Next week, we might give something else away. Let me know if you like these Kickstarter videos. We want to continue doing them, or if we're done with them, go back to the old route. Anyway, we'll see you next week, babies. This is a killer recipe. You got to try it. You could do this with chicken wings, Booger. You could do it in the air fryer with chicken wings. You could do it with pork belly. Maybe I'll do this whole thing again with pork belly. That would be great. Look at that bone. Clean bone, baby. All right, baby. We'll see you next week. Bye.